Right, welcome back to OurMFC. It's another weekly news today. 3 in a row with me, I think. Hat trick, you know. At least someone involved with Borough can get one. Hey, that's good. That's good. You should subscribe. By the way, I've done it before. You know where it is. If you don't, then learn and get some practice in. Press it down there. So weekly news today. I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get into this. So the first bit of news we've got is that Josh Coburn, the young 18-year-old Borough striker, has been given the goal of the month for April for us, which I'd say was very well deserved. That header. I mean, it was impressive. Kind of ball comes in, bosh. Wasn't like that. It was better than that, but flicked it on into the far corner. It was impressive. Keeper didn't stand a chance. I think it's very promising to have an 18-year-old scoring a clinical finish like that. It's one of those goals. It wasn't like a screamer from miles out. Where you could say, oh, he's got a bit lucky there. It looked like he meant that. It looked, technically it looked very good. I think we probably need to temper expectations a bit. Like I say, he's only 18. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Don't want to give Djed Spence syndrome where we get ahead of ourselves and then doesn't perform too well next season and suddenly he's the worst player in the world. Speaking of Josh Coburn, he was actually involved in the under-17's cup final loss against Brighton. Obviously he's not under 17, but he was in it. I promise. I think. He was involved in that game. It's a shame. It's a shame that we lost. Obviously no one wants to lose a cup final. I feel sorry for the lads. But Warnock was there. Hopefully he saw something good to take forward. And I think they made it to a cup final. 16, 17, obviously some of them 18-year-old lads in a cup final. Couple years could have a really good young core of players there. If the main team want to get to a cup final, I won't stop them. Hopefully no one else will. I don't really have any say in the matter, but yeah, it'd be nice. Be nice if we could go on a cup run. It doesn't really relate to the under-17s, but good on you, fellas. So next up, we've got the news that Sol Bryn, the young keeper, is apparently leaving on loan next season. I'm a bit confused by this because I remember, I'm pretty sure Warnock saying that Sol, would be given a chance this season to prove himself, and unless my memory, fails me, pretty sure he wasn't. I think it's good to send him out on loan because I don't think he's going to get the game time here really. I think some regular game time for him because he hasn't played that much. Obviously this season he definitely hasn't. I think it's a good idea. I'm just a bit confused as to why he wasn't given that chance. Say in the Wickham game. I don't think we were expecting to lose 3-0, but maybe if Sol Bryn had played, it would have ruined his confidence. You never know. Warnock knows more about the players and probably knows more about football than me. So, speaking of keepers, we've also been linked with the Sunderland goalkeeper Lee Burge. I believe it's on a free transfer. Again, it wouldn't be a bad signing. I don't think. I always think when we get linked to keepers this season, though, it's like, why do we let Ainsley Pears go? I don't know if there was something going on behind the scenes, but but he played for us and he looked pretty good for us under Woodgate. You know, he was young. He still is young. He hasn't aged 10 years since. Yeah, I mean, it always just confused me a bit. But Lee Burge on a free. We need some keeper depth, especially with Bettinelli going back. I don't know if Jordan Archer will stay on next season. What does that leave us with? Well, if Solbrin goes out on loan, I imagine Archer will be given another contract. After that, I don't know who we've got. I think Bradley James. I think he's a young keeper, but I don't think he's had much game time. You know, maybe stick Del Fry in there. Why not? You know, he might be good with his hands. He's got them. I'm not sure Bettinelli does, so couldn't go too bad. Also, it's broken recently that you know, the much maligned Djed Spence, who I think gets a lot of flack when really I think probably needs to calm down a little bit on that. But he's been linked with the move away. Apparently Wolves are leading the race. Everton and Rangers also involved. Apparently the club are willing to listen to any bids in the excess of £5 million, which I don't really want to see him go out for 5 mil, especially considering what we saw from him last season. I mean, if we can get a percentage from his future sales, you know, it gives a bit of an insurance policy, but I don't really want to see him go. If it's a case of we need the money for transfers, then okay, I'd rather see him go out on loan, really. But yeah, I mean that's via ESPN, which is a credible source. So yeah, I mean, if you've got any thoughts, whack them down there in those comments. You know, just you might be using your thumbs. You know, just put them in. Helps with engagement, apparently. Or you know, get at us on Twitter. I'm sure the @ will probably be on there somewhere, or on Instagram if you want to go with that. If you're not a Twitter person. And the final bit of news is that apparently, according to the Northern Echo, that obviously Junior Hoylett has left Cardiff City, reportedly, and it's, you know, according to the Northern Echo, Borough are interested in bringing him in, which again I think it's not a bad deal. I think we don't want to give him a long-term contract. You know, he's in his early 30s. You know, I think he'd be a decent signing. I just don't want it to become another Mendes Lam, where we bring him in, you know, he does something good and then disappears. I wouldn't be averse to it. You know, on a short-term deal, say a year with the option of another, I think it'd be all right. But yeah, we'll see. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. You know, it is much appreciated. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, let me know. Just don't bully me. You know, I don't need it. But yeah, let us know if we can improve. Obviously, if I want to say nice things, that's totally fine. I won't say no to any compliments. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day. In a bit.